and welcome to IQL, the Indiannica Quiz League. This is India's first multi-format, all-digital quiz league for schools around the country. Over the past few months, thousands of children have taken part via the IQL Digitalk app and other apps, and we've identified the top 48 teams. After that, we've had some amazing semi-finals in the north, in the east, and in the south. And now it's for the teams from the west zone. First up, the top 6 teams in the Delta Semi-Final 1. Let's go and meet them straight out now. The first team for the day is BBP Vidya Mandir Nagpur, and they're represented by Arnav and Ashay. Arnav, where would I taste the best oranges? Is there a place you can take me to buy oranges?
Yes, sir. Kalamna Market, Santra Market, it's sweet and it's best. We can find that best.
Wonderful. So many markets out there. In Nagpur is so famous for its santras. It's also so close to the center of the country. Ashay, I believe you know all the good sanctuaries. I haven't seen a tiger for a long time. Which sanctuary should I go to?
Sir, if you're familiar with male tigers, then you should definitely go to Tadava Wildlife Sanctuary.
Wonderful. Have you ever been there, Ashay?
Yes, I've been to all.
And you've seen tiger?
Yes, I've seen tiger.
Well done there. Let's see if you can also be tigers and see yourself through to the West Zone Finals today. We move straight to team number 2. And team number 2 is Gwalior Glory School, Gwalior. They're represented by Amishi and Darshi. Amishi, one of the most beautiful geostructures is the Jai Vilas Palace. Have you seen it yourself? What's it like?
So there are different parts, there are different compartments or different rooms for different things. Like there is a separate part for weapons, separate part for the clothing that the rulers used to wear, separate part for the cutlery, and there are also rooms for the kings and the queens.
Wow, fascinating. Those are the times where all these royal structures are made. Wonderful. I must use you as my tour guide to Jai Vilas Palace whenever I go there. Darshil, you're very proud of your city. Who is the most famous person to come out of your city, Darshil?
Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Kartik Aaryan.
Wow, 2 very different people. Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Kartik Aaryan. Do you watch all the Kartik Aaryan films because he's also from Gwalior?
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. I hope you also do just as well as those luminaries from Gwalior and put Gwalior's name up in the clouds and make yourselves to the West Zone Finals. All the very best, Gwalior Glory. You have a terrific name and I hope you live up to it. We go straight to team number 3. Team number 3 is Sharda Mandir from Panjim. And Vatsal, I'm going to ask you that, what is your ambition? What do you want to do with your life, Vatsal?
So when I was 4 years old, I have decided that I want to be an astronaut as I am having a keen interest in space and exploring new planets and.
Wow, from the age of 4, you want to be an astronaut. That's absolutely fantastic. And obviously, you're a great quizzer as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't have qualified for this round out here. Well done, Vatsal. All the best. Dinesh, I love the sweets of Goa. I love Goa food. Is there a particular dessert that you advise that is best from Goa?
So Bibinka.
So what is Bibinka like? What is it? Tell me a little bit more about it.
It's somewhat like a layered cake, sir. It's quite spongy. It's like a layered cake and it has egg and all in that. So it's a very nice layered cake.
Okay, lovely, nice layered cake. I promise you, whether you qualify or not, if I come to Goa, I'm going to come to you and ask you to take me to the place that gives the best Bibinka. Our next team participating today is Delhi Public School Bhopal, and they're represented by Prakamya and Dhairya. Prakamya, I know you're a reader of books. What interesting books have you read recently?
Like, since I have a mindset of like being comical, I like comic books and graphic novels.
Which is your favorite so far?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Ah, that's a very cool one. My son also loves Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And Dhairya, I believe you read slightly more serious books. You like encyclopedias. Is there one encyclopedia that you really like?
I enjoy reading the Great Encyclopedia of Space or Great Space Encyclopedia. It has many illustrations of planets.
And what do you like about planets? Is there a lot of stuff still left to learn about them?
Yes, a lot is left. We have only mapped, but we don't know yet what mysteries they hold.
Lots of mysteries out there. I hope this quiz is not a mystery to you at all and you get all your answers correct. All the very best, Delhi Public School Bhopal. We move on to the next team, and that's from Alvaro in Rajasthan, and they are represented. It's the Alvaro Public School. They're represented by Vivan and Bhavya. Vivan, I believe you play a lot of football.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any other sport that you particularly like?
Sir, badminton.
Wonderful. Football and badminton. I hope there's some questions on football and badminton. We move to you, Bhavya. Bhavya, I believe you like sketching. Where did you learn sketching?
Sir, from YouTube.
Okay. Is there any sketch you're very proud of in a famous person, or is it of people, of friends and family around you?
Sir, my favorite sketch is of my father. I've drawn it recently.
Wonderful. We must have a look at it at some point in time. Well done, Bhavya. I'm glad you have such artistic habits. Hope your quizzing is just as good. All the very best, Alvaro Public School. And we come to our last school for the day, and it's Saint Kabir from Hyderabad, and they are represented by Dhimahi, Brahmabhat, and Jay Bahati. Dhimahi, I believe you really like films, and Dangal is one of your favorite films. Is that true? And what do you like about Dangal?
In that Dangal, I like how the Fogart sisters' father motivates them that you have to win the medal for India and you have to make everybody proud. And I like the way he teaches his daughters that you will do it, you can do it, and takes them at a very high level and makes them proud that I am become a wrestler and I can do this for my country.
Fabulous. I think that's a very inspiring emotion. You're right. It's a story of Mahavir Fogart and his daughters. Well done, Dhimahi. I hope you do your team proud as well today. Jay, I wanted to ask you that apparently lots of people agree or disagree with Donald Trump, but apparently you agree with Donald Trump on something. What do you agree with Donald Trump on?
I agree on him as he recently told that the aliens really exist.
Aliens really exist. Yeah.
Yeah, and some chairman of Israel also proved it.
Okay, so you think aliens exist? Do you think there are aliens in India as well?
Yeah, I agree with him as, in Earth, like any other community live, in other planets of the solar system, any other community might be living.
Interesting. There's lots we need to discuss, Jay, after this quiz is over. I hope no aliens interrupt this quiz though, because we are all set up to have an absolutely fantastic quiz. Those are our 6 teams. Let's go straight and look at our first round, what it's all about. It's called Wordsworth. Let's have a look. Each team gets a thematic grid of letters. Teams get 45 seconds to pick out 5 correct words within that. Words can be horizontal, words can be vertical, words can even be diagonal, and once in a while they can overlap as well. 5 points for every correct answer. There's no negative, so you can guess as much as you want to. 10 bonus points for getting all 5 correct answers. Right? Let's go straight to team number 1. It's BBB Vidya Mandir Nagpur, and your subject for your Wordsworth is marine creatures. 5 marine creatures are hidden in the grid. Can we have the letters, please? BBP, your time starts now.
Whale. Whale.
Whale, clam. Yes.
Crab.
I heard whale,
Tuna.
clam, crab so far, tuna so far.
Tuna.
Yes, tuna.
Cod.
There's just one left.
Cod.
Cod, you said, and that's it. In 20 seconds, you've cracked it all. 35 points to you, BBP Nagpur. Really well done. That's a really quick and crisp start for BBP Nagpur. 35 points to them. Let's move straight to team number 2. Team number 2 coming up now is Gwalior Glory. Gwalior, and your subject is colors. 5 colors are hidden out here in this grid. Can we have the letters? Your time starts now.
Red.
Red.
White.
White. Yes. Keep going. You can go diagonal, you can go left, you can go vertical, you can go horizontal. Come on. Think of precious metal that are also colors.
Amber.
Amber, good answer, Amber, great.
Ruby.
Ruby, yes, just one more, come on, one more. Gwalior. No, bad luck. Very, very, very creditable performance, Gwalior Glory. So you got 4 correct. Excellent answers. You got amber, you got red, you got white, and you got ruby. The one you missed, of course, was azure. Azure is a shade of blue, just like the sky, and that's the one you missed. But 20 points is a very good start. You set yourself up very well for the next few rounds. Well done, Gwalior. Let's move to team number 3. Our third team, Sharda Mandir Panjim, and your subject is vegetables. 5 vegetables hidden out there. Can you populate it, please? Your time starts now. Onion. Yes. Keep going. Beet. Yes.
So bean. Beans.
Bean. Oh, we've heard. Okay, I'm giving you that. Bean as well. Okay.
So bokra.
Say that again.
Bokra.
Bokra, I can't give. Can you rephrase that? Maybe you may be getting a letter long. P is correct, yes. That's enough. Sharda Mandir, you did brilliantly there. You got 4 correct, 20 points for you. The only one you missed, you kept saying Bokra. Bokra is not the right answer. It's okra. And okra, of course, is the bhindi or ladyfinger as we know it. All of you would have eaten it. Bad luck there, but I think 20 is a really creditable performance. Let's go on to our next team. Team number 4, Delhi Public School, Bhopal, Prakamya and Dhairya. Here's your subject. Sports. 5 different names of sports are hidden in the grid. Can we populate the letters, please? Your time starts now.
Rugby.
Judo,
Polo.
Judo, golf.
Judo, golf. Just one more. Sumo, absolutely, it is sumo, and you got all 5 right in just 18 seconds. Well done, Dps Bhopal. You've got yourself 35 points to start with. Terrific start, 35 points for you. Let's move on to our next team. Our next team is Alvaro Public School, Arvar, Vivaan and Bhaivya. Here's your subject. Your subject is different synonyms or different words for run. Okay? Can we have the letters, please? Your time starts now.
Speed.
Sorry?
Speed.
Speed, yes.
Race.
Race, yes.
Hurry.
Hurry, yes.
Bolt.
Bolt, very good. Just one more. Lots of time. Keep going. Just one more hidden. Remember, letters can overlap.
Rush.
Rush it is. It is rush. Well done. It is rush, Alvar. Well done. You've got yourself all 35 points out there. That's a great start for you as well. And we move to the final team in this Wordsworth grid. And that is St. Kabir's Hyderabad. Your grid coming up now. Your subject is Indian tech companies. 5 Indian tech companies hidden out there. Let's have the letters, please. St. Kabir, your time starts now.
Byju's.
Byju's. Keep going.
Tab.
Sorry?
HIKE, hike.
Yes, hike. Well done.
Wipro.
Yes.
Wipro. Yeah.
Yes, got it.
TCS.
TCS, just one more. Come on, one more.
Yes.
What tab? Is it any?
Just one more.
WATAB.
No, not correct. Well done. I thought it was a really good performance. You got the really tough one, which is hike, which not a lot of people would know. The only one you missed out on 20 points for you was HCL, which is one of India's largest computer manufacturers, India's largest software company, HCL is the one you missed, but I think it's a very creditable performance. This has been one of the best performances by all the teams together in this West Zone round. So let's quickly have a look at the scores before we go into the next round. So it's all very tight here right now after this first round of Wordsworth. St. Kabir, Sharda Mandir Panjim and Gwalior Gwali Gwalior are all on 20 points. And just ahead of them on 35 points, we have Alvar Public School Alvar, Delhi Public School Bhopal and BBP Vidya Mandir Nagpur.
For me and our team at Tree of Knowledge, the journey of our Know For Sure books began when years back, Encyclopedia Britannica approached us to develop a series of books to engage and excite students right from class 1 all the way up to class 8 on general knowledge. It was a coming together of our track record of successful knowledge shows in electronic media with the culture of Encyclopedia Britannica. In the last few years, as the publisher has changed identity and management, segueing into Indiannica Learning, I'm pleased that the same commitment to development of content continues, with no effort or resources being spared in putting out the Know For Sure books as benchmarks of the best of content and quality which the reader would value. There's a constant dialogue about new age learning solutions to train and foster knowledgeable and capable minds, and I look forward to taking things forward with a Know For Sure legacy.
So lots to play for in our next round, which has a lot of points. It's called Direct Fire. Let's find out about it. So these are the rules of Direct Fire. 2 cycles of play. So each team will get 2 assigned questions. You don't need to buzz on that. On your direct question, you get +10 for an answer and 0 for not answering. There are no negative marks. The other teams can buzz at any point out there, but it will only come to them if the team who's been assigned has not answered. Just remember that once I come to you, you'll have to give me an answer immediately. If nobody answers this correctly, then I will go and give you options as well. So that's it. Lots of points at play. Let's go straight to team number 1. BBP Vidya Mandir Nagpur. This is your direct question coming up in Direct Fire. First question coming up. Who is the youngest recipient of the Ashok Chakra Award, the subject of a biopic starring Sonam Kapoor? No answers yet. Ashay, no answers. I haven't heard an answers yet. And I've seen on the buzzer, the first team to hit is St. Kabir's Ahmedabad. Dhimai, do you have an answer?
Sir, I think the answer is Neerja Banot.
Lovely answer. Of course it is Neerja Banot. She was a Pan Am air hostess who was so brave and saved so many women, children and men during that hijacking, but had to sacrifice their own life in the process. Great answer there, St. Kabir, Hyderabad. +5 to you. We go straight to Gwalior Glory. Gwalior Glory, here's your question. At which renowned university was the Covishield vaccine developed in collaboration with the pharma company AstraZeneca? Very famous university.
Ahmedabad University.
Ahmedabad University is not correct. It's open on the buzzer. And first is Jay from St. Kabir's Ahmedabad. St. Kabir's Ahmedabad, Jay, it's yours first.
Serum Institute.
Serum Institute, -5. We stay on the buzzer.
Sir?
The buzzer is still open. Akshay, BBP has buzzed. Akshay from BBP is buzzed next. Yes.
Oxford University.
Oxford University it is. Well done. It is Oxford University, which has been around since the 11th century. Very good answer there, BBP Nagpur. And that gets you +5 points. We go straight into our next question. Sharda Mandir Panjim, here is your question. This is your direct. Which major river in Goa is named after the wife of Bharat?
Mandovi.
Of course it is Mandovi. You're just very lucky that it came straight to you. Of course it is the Mandovi River. +10, that was just the luck of the draw that it came directly to them. +10 to Panjim. And now we move to our next team. Delhi Public School Bhopal, here's your question. Which dictator's secret police was referred to as the Gestapo? The Gestapo.
Adolf Hitler.
Adolf Hitler said, Dhairya was it? And you were absolutely right. It is Adolf Hitler. It was the Gestapo. That was the Nazi secret police. It was the Gestapo. And after the war, a lot of them were tried for war crimes. Well done. That's a really good answer there. We move on to our next team. Alvaro Public School, here's your question. What group of eukaryotic organisms do mushrooms, toadstool, and molds belong to? No, Albert, passing you, and first on the buzzer is DPS with Prakamya. DPS.
Fungi.
Fungi or fungi, as you pronounce it. Well done. +5 for you. That's a really good answer. Excellently done, DPS. 5 + 5 to you. We move straight to our next question and our last direct, which goes to St. Kabir, Ahmedabad. Here's your direct for +10 or 0. Here's your question. If the color of the cross and the background were to be switched into which colors country's flag would the Red Cross flag transform itself?
So the British red color.
Sorry, I need a country's name. Can you repeat that?
So the British red color. British.
Not the British flag. And Dusty from Gwalior is first.
Scotland. Scotland.
Scotland -5. Vatsal from Sharda Mandir.
Switzerland.
Switzerland is correct. Vatsal gets it right finally. Panjam pick up +5 again. Don't worry, St. Kabir. I know you struggled with this one, but it's your question again as we reverse sounds, and this time it's going to be a question based on visuals. Let's take a look at your question, St. Kabir. Identify the Indian Army officer that you see who is the first person to be promoted to the rank of Field Marshal. Okay, take a look at this carefully. Yes, who is he? Just identify.
Sam Monksway.
Sorry?
Sam Monksway.
Sam Monksway. I'm sorry. I'm going to go on the buzzer for this. You're very close. Dhairya from Bhopal is first. Dhairya, do you have an answer for me?
Sam Manekshaw.
Sam Manekshaw. I'm sorry, Monksway was not good enough for me. DPS Bhopal +5 to you. We move on to our next visual question. Okay, Alvaro Public School, this is your visual question coming up, and this is the question. These caves with prehistoric paintings are named after which Pandava prince? Take a look at these caves. These are very famous caves. What are these named after? Named after a famous Pandav. Just name him. No, Albert, passing you. First on the buzzer is Nagpur. Nagpur, your chance.
Sir, it is Bhim.
Bhim is correct. Bhim Bhekta, literally the place where Bhim sat. Good answer there, BBP Vidya Mandir. We move on to our next visual question. Prakamya and Dhairya, here's your direct visual. Jag Mandir or the Lake Palace is Udaipur is built on which lake? Take a look at the picture.
Lake Pichola.
Dhairya says Lake Pichola and he's very confident of his answer. Well done there. It is Lake Pichola. 10 points to you. Great answer there, DPS Bhopal. You cracked it immediately and that's 10 points for you. We go straight on to our next team. Sharda Mandir Panjim, here's your visual question. Identify this tall flying bird found in the Indian continent. I'm looking for a 2-word answer from you, not a single-word answer. I want a 2-word answer.
Siberian crane.
Not Siberian crane. Good try. Dhairya from DPS Bhopal, you're next on the buzzer.
Saras crane.
Yes, Dhairya, it is the Saras crane. Saras crane is absolutely correct. Great answer there. DPS Bhopal doing some brilliant work in this part of the visual rounds. Let's move on to the next question. Gwalior Glory, your visual question coming up now. Identify this freedom fighter who founded the Marathi newspaper.
Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak.
Lovely. Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak Darshil. I'm so happy you gave me the complete answer. I can make out that you're really inspired by Indian leaders. Fantastic answer. +10 to you. And we go to our last team in this visual round. and that's all the way from Nagpur, BBP. Here's your question. Identify this Indian physicist and astronomer who's considered the founding father of the Indian space program. Who's this man? Very famous man, founding founder of the space program.
Vikram Sarabhai.
Vikram Sarabhai is correct. Vikram Sarabhai is a very, very good answer. And Vikram Sarabhai, of course, did many other things. He also was a part of the board that founded IIM Ahmedabad and many other institutions in the country. So we've had a really topsy-turvy direct fire round. Lots of questions being answered with the buzzer. At the end of this round, let's take a look at the scores. In 6th place right now, we have St. Kabir on 20. Gwalior School is on 25. Alvaro Public on 35, as is Sharda Mandir Panjim. BBP Vidya Mandir Nagpur is on 55, but leading at this stage with some fantastic answers is Delhi Public School Bhopal. Remember, 3 teams go through, so at this stage, any of these teams could qualify because our next round, you can score up to 40 points. It's called Super Sixer. And these are the rules of Super Sixer. Each team gets a subject grid of 9 tiles. 6 of them are correct, 3 of them are wrong. They have to pick out the 6 correct ones. At any point, they can change their mind within those 45 seconds. But once they lock it, we have to go with it. They get +5 for every correct answer. But if they miss a single one, they go to 0 in this round. Teams, remember, you can answer as many as you want. You can answer 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want. And you can quit at any point in time. But if you give a wrong answer, you go to 0. And of course, if you get everything correct, we'll give you a bonus 10 and go to 40. So lots of points at stake. Let's go straight to team number 1, which is the 6th team. We're going counterclockwise now. And it's St. Kabir, Ahmedabad. Your subject is Indian classical dances. Just remember, you answer as many as you want to discuss. And within those 45 seconds, make as many changes as you want to. Let's have the grid. Your time starts now, St. Kabir.
Bharatnatyam.
Bharatnatyam, you said.
Kathak.
Kathak, you said.
Kuchipudi.
Kuchipudi.
Second one, CHHAU.
Chow.
Chow.
Satriya.
Satriya. Remember, you can change if you're not sure of anything.
Odissi.
Odissi. Is there anything you want to change?
Ghumar, isn't it?
Ghumar won't come. It is a folk dance of Rajasthan.
Are you sure you're locked in? Okay, you took 6 choices out there. Let's see how you did. That means you could get up to 40 points, but you could also get 0 because you've tried all 6. Let's start. Bharatnatyam, correct or not? Correct. Kathak and Kuchipudi, correct or not? Correct. Odissi, correct or not? From the state of Odisha. Satriya, which is a tough one, correct or not? Yes, it is correct. And you tried Chow. Chow, unfortunately, is incorrect. It's a folk dance found mostly in eastern India. Bad luck there. You had 5 correct, but you missed out on that one. The correct answer that you missed was Mohiniyattam, which of course is from the state of Kerala. And the other incorrect answers are, of course, Lavani and Ghumar. Bad luck there, St. Kabir. You came so close, but just that last question cost you. Let's move on to our next team. Alvaro Public, your subject coming up now. This is your subject. It's pharma companies. Which of these are pharmaceutical companies? That means companies dealing mainly with medicines and stuff like that. And which are not? 6 of these are pharma companies. Here's your grid. Alvaro, your time starts now.
Cipla.
Sorry?
Cipla.
Cipla, yes. Keep going.
Dr. Reddy's Laboratories.
Dr. Reddy's Laboratories.
Nestle. Bio.
You said Biocon? I heard Biocon. I'll take Biocon.
Yes. Novartis.
You said Novartis. Just remember, teams, you can quit at any point. You don't need to go through. You can change at any point, all your choices.
Pfizer.
Pfizer. Glaxo, you said. I heard that at the last minute, Glaxo. Can we have Glaxo, please? You've answered 6, Alvar. Now, you might have got them right. You might have got them wrong. We don't know. Let's start seeing what you answered. You answered Cipla. Cipla, correct or not? Correct. Biocon, correct or not? Correct. Novartis, correct or not? Correct. 15 points. Dr. Reddy's, correct or not? Dr. Reddy's has to be correct. It's called laboratory. Just 2 left. You've got yourself 20 points. Now, GSK, GlaxoSmithKline, which is correct. Now on this answer, if Pfizer, you get it right, it's 40 points. You miss it, it's 0. Ready? Pfizer is correct. Well done. You've got yourself 40 points. That's a huge, huge one, Alvaro. You've just got yourself 40 points. It's made such a difference to this quiz. And that's a terrific performance from Alvaro Public. Let's move on to the next school. On next is Dps Bhopal. You've just seen a 40 points being scored, but remember, this is a very treacherous thing. It can go up and down. Can we see your subject, please? Your subject is breeds of dog. Which of these 9 are breeds of dog? 6 correct answers out here. Here's your grid. Dps, your time starts now.
Golden Retriever.
Golden Retriever.
Alsatian.
Alsatian. Yeah, Alsatian. Yes.
Pomeranian.
Pomeranian. Beagle. I heard Beagle.
Pug.
Pug.
Not sure.
No.
It's up to you. You can quit at any point. You can play it on. You can change.
No. No, sir. We don't want to change or play more.
You don't want to change or play more, so I'm going to lock it out here. Locked. Your screen is locked. And these were your answers. You decided to play safe, but have you played safe enough? Is there a mistake hidden somewhere there? Let's start. Alsatian, correct or not? Correct. Golden Retriever, correct or not? Correct. Beagle, correct or not? Correct. Pug, correct or not? And Pomeranian, is that correct? 25 points to you, the one that you did not choose, and I think you were smart not to choose if you were not sure, because there's a 75% chance you could have been wrong. The last correct answer was boxer. But 25 very good points to you. Of course, Bactrian is a camel. English Longhorn is, of course, a breed of cattle. And Ongole is a bull that you'll see in bullfights, both in Spain and in Mexico. So 25 good points to you, Dps Bhopal. Well, really well done. We move on to our next team. Sharda Mandir Panjim, here's your subject. Capitals of Indian states and union territories. 6 of them are capitals, 3 are not. Here's your grid. Sharda Mandir, your time starts now.
Port Blair.
Port Blair.
Leh.
The Ahmedabad.
You said Port Blair, you said Leh, you said Ahmedabad.
Bhopal.
You said Bhopal.
The Guwahati.
You said Guwahati.
Aizawl.
You said Aizawl. You want to change any? You can change. You have enough time. You want to do anything else?
Do you have any doubt on?
I have doubt on Aizawl, man. I am not sure about it.
Because I know that Dehradun is not a...
Okay, Sharda Mandir Panjim, you tried all 6, so potentially 40 points or 0 for you. So you answered Bhopal, Leh, Port Blair, Aizawl. All correct. That should have got you 20 points. Your next 2 were Ahmedabad and Guwahati. Unfortunately, both are wrong. Ahmedabad is not the capital, it's Gandhinagar in Guwahati. Assam's actual capital is Dispur. The other correct answers, of course, there you can see out there is Dehradun. Can we have the remaining correct answers? And Kavarati, Dimapur, of course, was also incorrect. Well, that's what it is. It's a tough one, but Sharda Mandir Panjim, don't worry about it. Plenty of ground still to go. Let's move on to our next team. Gwalior Glory, your subject is Greek deities. Greek deities, that means gods in the Greek pantheon, not Roman, not any other European pantheon, just Greek gods and goddesses. Okay? Here's your grid. Your time starts now.
Zeus, Athena,
Okay, Zeus, Athena, I heard. Keep going.
Apollo,
Poseidon,
I heard Apollo, I heard Poseidon,
Aphrodite, and Isis.
You said Isis.
Yes.
Do you want to change anything? Any doubts? Please change. You have time still. You want to change doubts or you want to stick with this?
also lock it.
Lock.
Okay, we lock it. 1 second left. It doesn't matter. You locked it 2 seconds before, but these were your 6 choices. Aphrodite, Athena, Poseidon, Zeus, and Apollo were correct. That gave you 25 points. But Isis, can we have Isis, please? Isis was, of course, incorrect, and the correct answer was Nike, which is the Greek god of victory. Amaterasu is Japanese, and Odin is from the Norse pantheon of gods and goddesses. Bad luck there. You were so close to getting it right. 5 correct, but that one mistake cost you all the points. Okay, we move straight to our next team, and that is BPP Vidya Mandir Nagpur. Here's your grid. It's fictional detectives. Fictional characters. 6 of these are detectives, 3 are not. Here's your grid. Your time starts now.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes, Byomkesh Bokshi. You can quit or play as many as you want. Byomkesh Bokshi is also there, yes. Don't worry, just play safe, play as many as you want.
Auguste Dupin.
Auguste Dupin. Okay, BBP, you tried just 3. Were they correct or not? 15 or 0 points for you. Byomkesh Bokshi, Sherlock Holmes, and Auguste Dupin is what you tried. And all 3 are correct. Very well answered. 15 points for you. The other correct answers were Hercule Poirot, of course, created by Agatha Christie. Feluda, created by Satyajit Ray, and Inspector Morse, of course, which is created by Colin Dexter. Bilbo Baggins, of course, is from The Hobbit, and Katniss Everdeen is from The Hunger Games, and Oliver Twist is from the story written by Charles Dickens about him. Well played, BBP Vidya Mandir Nagpur. We head straight to the scores after a very, very topsy-turvy Super 6 round. St. Kabir's Ahmedabad is on 20, Gwalior Glory is on 25, Sharda Mandir is in 4th place with 35 points. In 3rd place, BPP Vidya Mandir with 70, just ahead of them, Alvaro Public School on 75. But leading at this stage, Dps Bhopal on 95. Just remember, 60 points can potentially be scored in the last round. So there's still something to play for all the teams. teams qualify. It's time for our final round, and it's called the Final Countdown. Six direct questions open to all on the buzzer. 10 points for a correct answer, but minus 10 for an incorrect answer. So a swing of 60 points is possible. Once you hit the buzzer, I will stop that question immediately. Okay, 6 questions of final countdown to go. 60 points at stake. Here's question number 1. The winner of 13 French Open titles, which Spanish player is often referred to as the King of Clay? Anyone on the buzzer? Yes, Dinesh from Sharda Mandir Panjim is first on the buzzer. Dinesh.
Sir, Rafael Nadal.
Rafael Nadal, 10 points to you, 10 points. Rafael Nadal is correct, and you've started to make your way up there. Okay, let's see what happens in the next question. On a computer keyboard, which is the largest key? Vatsal from Sharda Mandir Panjim.
Spacebar.
Spacebar, correct, plus 20. Really big moves being made by Sharda Mandir Panjim. Let's see what they can do with question number 3. They're creeping up out there. Question number 3. With what name does Rabindranath Tagore refer to the state of Odisha in the national anthem Jana Gana Mana? And Jay from St. Kabir has hit first.
Sun God.
Sorry?
Sun God.
Sun God, incorrect. The answer I was looking for, he called it Utkal. Instead of Odisha, he calls it Utkal. And I'm sorry, I didn't hear it correct. Minus 10 for you, St. Kabir, Ahmedabad. We go on to our 4th question. What can happen out here? Sharda Mandir can still catch up and go into 3rd place. That's what can happen out here. And the lead can change hands for 2nd place as well. Let's see what happens. Question number 4. According to the Swachh Surveshak Mission 2020, which is the cleanest city in India for the past 4 years? The cleanest city in India, and it's Darshil from Gwalior.
Chandigarh.
Chandigarh is incorrect. It's actually very, very close to you. It's Indore. It's the city of Indore. Bad luck there. Missed there from you. We go on straight to question number 5. Which 385-kilometer journey started from Sabarmati Ashram on the 12th of March, 1930? And Darshil from Gwalior has hit it first.
Dandi March.
Dandi March is correct. So you made up your 10 points out there. And this is the last question. Which American singers and dancers' autobiography was called Moonwalk? Yes, there you are. You're first on the buzzer.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, and that's the end of this round. Let's have a look at the final scores. St. Kabir, bad luck there on 10. You tried very bravely. Gwalior on 25. Sharda Ashram on 55, though you made a very brave round. You didn't qualify. Remember, all of you who have come out here are winners because you've been chosen from thousands of schools. So you will not go home empty-handed. Sharda, Gwalior, and St. Kabir. You will get e-certificates for all the participants, and you will get a special shield for your school. That means we're left with the 3 teams who have now qualified for the West Zone Finals. And in 3rd position, reaching the West Zone Finals, we have today BBD Vidya Mandir Nagpur. They're obviously really happy. Arnav and Ashay are really happy. They're in 3rd place, and they will be a part of the West Zone Finals. In 2nd place, we have Alvaro Public School. Well done, Vivan and Bhavya. You've qualified for the finals as well. Congratulations and well done. See you in the West Zone Finals soon. And in 1st place today with a commanding performance, who do we have? All the way from Bhopal, Delhi Public School, represented by Prakamya and Dhairya, who absolutely creamed the quiz to end up with a century and more of points. Well done. These are the teams who have gone through to the West Zone Finals. We'll be back again with the West Zone to try and find which 3 other teams join them in the West Zone Finals. Till then, it's goodbye from the Indiannica Quiz League. Bye-bye.